am your host, Monique Marie, and you are the award-winning filmmaker. I should say the
Okay.
award-winning for the best picture, the best Black filmmaker Hall of Fame award. Two-time
Oh.
winner of the West Coast Award, Mr. HAQQ Shabazz.
Yes, ma'am. How are you, Miss Marie?
Miss Marie, I'm wonderful. I'm good now that we're here and connected. How was your day today?
Oh, my day was a real day. A long day. I slept most of the evening and yesterday, and I think that's why I got double booked. And please
Yeah.
beg my pardon for not being available for last night. To all your viewers, it wasn't her, it was on me. So I would like to humbly apologize.
No, you were fine. Like I said, let's do it when you are ready and rested, and you were traveling on the road, and so I totally get it.
Yeah.
So let's get
Is the
into it.
lighting is the lighting okay?
It's like, I mean, can you see me?
I see you clear. I see you clear, but is my lighting okay? Because if not, I can use one of.
If you want to, I mean, if you want it to be a little lighter, yeah.
Okay, just a moment. You stay right there. I'm going over. Is that a little bit better?
Let's see. Yes, there you are. About who
Yes, sir.
King HAQQ Shabazz is. Where are you from?
I am originally from the South. But by way, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm originally from. I was born in Oakland. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a town. I was about town business,
Mm-hmm.
but I started out in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
My mother is Mary Wilson's sister of the Supremes.
Oh, wow.
And the Temptations. My mother, which is was her sister. She was a seamstress for Motown.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about 9 then. Then we moved to Detroit.
You're freezing up on me. Can you hear me okay? Did we lose him? Uh-oh, we lost him. He's going to have to come back in. Text. Well, hopefully he will be able to come back in. We are interviewing HAQQ Shabazz, filmmaker, producer. He has produced and filmed well over 400 some plus videos. An amazing background. So let's just see what happens when he comes back on. I hope everybody's good. Can you guys still see me or hear me? I don't know if it's Instagram or if it's, oh yeah, somebody said his screen was freezing. Let's give him a minute, everybody. I'll play you guys some music and keep it going. Where's everybody from tonight? Are we all from the Bay Area? East Coast? I see you, Mert Son. I see Class, Melissa, Giselle, Joshua Tree Foundation. Okay, there he is. Hey, hey.
I don't know did that, but I'm back.
Yeah, they were saying the notes were saying your. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Some of the notes were saying your screen was freezing, but you're there
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah, it said it was freezing, but you're clear now. So when it does
Okay.
that,
Okay. Well, let's get it before it acts up again. Now it was Detroit, LA, and then I came to
Detroit.
Oakland when I was a youngster. I
Yes.
grew up here, and I got into the business, like I say, through Barry Gordy being one of my mentors.
Wow.
Um, and then a friend of mine, Leela Steinberg, and I had both knew Afeni Shakur, and I started mentoring Tupac Shakur
Hmm.
right before the Digital Underground. But me and Afeni was her friends, and his dad through the movement, through the revolutionary, through the Black Panthers.
Amazing.
Like my uncle was a Panther.
Hmm.
I was a Panther, and then my uncle was James McClain in the Marin County Court shootout when they went to go rescue Brother George Jackson
Wow.
from the and when those brothers got killed. My uncle was one of the main characters, and it really touched me because I was a kid, and it hurted me because he was one of my uncles, my first uncle that gave me $100 bill. And
Mm.
I'm not glorifying crime or anything, but the
Yeah.
Panthers wasn't criminals. Most of the Panthers had PhDs and master's degrees. Like my uncle, he had a master's, uh,
Hmm.
but but he also was a bank robber. So,
Mm.
but the money was going to the feeding the kids, the morning breakfast program, the what else, the senior citizen meals on wheels. So they were for our rights, just like
Yes.
when they went to the Capitol, when they stormed the Capitol. But I had to choose between the revolution and the industry. But I had
Mm.
the industry bug. So um, uh, like I said, I mentored Pop for like maybe from '91 up into the death row years, and it's in my script. They have it in my script that they have because Sony's doing a picture about my life story.
Wow.
Sony Picture Screen Grant. Clint Culpepper had the script written by a person by the name of Kip Praisman.
Hmm.
He was a writer for Sony, but it's been in the making for like 6 years now. It's $120 million budget, so you know how that go.
Wow.
And they've been making it because it's dated. It's the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now and the
Mm.
present. But in between time, I got the movie bug and started making films and low budget films, and then I got on to the big budgets. Like I have a film coming out in June in the theaters.
Secrets.
It's a
Yes.
worldwide distribution called Secrets When the Tables Turn.
Yes.
And that movie, and I want to give a shout out to the
Mhm.
writer of the story. Her name is Ratanzi Reiser. They
Okay.
came to me and they wanted me to produce the film. Her and her nephew by the name of Cleo Flocker. He does
Hmm.
rep your films. And then me, him, and Chad Montgomery, which is one of my business partners at Golden Gym, him and
Hmm.
and Damon Jamal, my nephew, I can't leave him out. Damon Jamal of In Your Face Film, where I'm the senior producer at,
Yes.
and
Yes.
co-founder with Damon Jamal.
Hmm.
So we got this project. Then I'll go back to the movies before this one, but this is real big because this is our first theatrical release.
Hmm.
Everybody, all the producers on this project, even the writer, and then the person that did the screenplay and directed was a hell of a director. His name is Conrad Glover. He's
Mm.
directed several films. You can Google him. He directed From the Bottom Up. He's from the East Coast. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, somebody dropped the ball on this film. So they called me. I had acquired all the actors. Like I got Glenn Plummer, Marcus Polk from Moesha. You remember the little guy, Miles?
Yes. Yes.
I got him. And they got Snoop, the girl
Yes.
Snoop from The Wire.
Felicia.
And Felicia Pearson, right. But now
Mhm.
peep game, check play though. Her nephew, he kind of like was busy with other films, and I guess they had the funding played out, and so happened that we had it, Golden Gems and In Your Face and HAQQ Shabazz Entertainment. He said, okay, let's put some more money in it. because it was a low budget turned into a big budget. And
Mm-hmm.
we reshot some scenes and added some scenes. We got a track from Juice World. We got a track from Tupac that nobody has never heard in life. But
Wow.
most of all, I dug into the Bay Underground. I
Mm-hmm.
have such I have a great composer that was on the one of the administrators of music by the name of Evolve Alexander. He was a '90s
Okay.
with the hip with the hyphy movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Brody Loke. I have him on there. He has two tracks on the soundtrack and one on the score.
Wow.
Then I have and they're all courtesy of Keep It Tight Entertainment, which is
Mm-hmm.
Sean Wright's record label. So
Okay.
when I hooked up with them, they put the soundtrack together. Oh, and we supposedly I think a track was added by 40. I'm waiting on him to call me back and see if he's going to approve it.
Mm-hmm.
The in this movie game, a lot of favors go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I did this for you back in '98. Okay, can you do this for me now? You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody on there are published and licensed artists. Like I said, we have tracks from Golden Gems, Chad Montgomery. He has a couple tracks on there. That's the main track on the film. The
Mm-hmm.
film comes out in June of 2021 as a theatrical release. And I want to thank James Scram. Jim Scram, I'm 65 and he's younger than me. But last year he became a mentor of mine. I mean, he's young, but he's a good dude, man. He re-edited the film, added the good major tracks, the Tupac tracks, and this is what the music is going to really match this film. This film
Yeah.
is This film is a LGBTQ
Mm-hmm.
mental health and recovery. And the
Mm.
woman that wrote the story, that led to the screenplay by Conrad Glover, her idea was to let people talk about and see the mental health issue in the Black community because
Yeah.
we don't like to talk about it. It's hush hush.
Yeah.
And as well, recovery is hush hush. So
Mm-hmm.
it expounds on that, and it expounds on incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a great film. It's a thriller. It's a roller coaster ride from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I plan for the summer, say from July to September, to go shoot 3 movies in Belize.
Wow.
My business partner is well connected in Belize. Their
Mm-hmm.
family is real big, and we got 3 movies lined up. So, and I'm always about throwing the rope back over the fence so
Yes.
brothers can climb over into this industry, because this industry is murky. It's
Mm.
very murky. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's so murky. It's
Yeah.
worse than the streets. It's worse than the streets. We just got on. Hey, we just got on suits and ties now, and Rolls Royces and Bentleys and stuff. But
Crazy.
it's the same get down.
Yeah.
No offense to one of my old cronies, Suge Knight. No offense to him, because I learned a lot from that young man. But
Mm.
the industry, they use us as
Mm.
the African Americans. It's so hard to work, and unless you're gonna be in one of these old slavery ass movies. I'm tired of that shit, because we are
Yeah.
intellectual. We know how to create. We know how to create intellectual entertainment. Now
Absolutely.
that history has been done by Roots, Amistad, my good close friend Debbie Allen. It took her 12 years to get Amistad funded and done. Steven
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg funded it and got it done, but it took her 12 years. So what I
Mm-hmm.
want to let the young people and your viewers know, that
Yeah.
this isn't a game that you want to just jump right into and think that you're going to meet success. That Justin Bieber shit only happens once in a lifetime when somebody find you on YouTube. I got to tell you, pay your dues, study
Mm-hmm.
your craft, and invest in yourself. Quit
Yes.
depending on these labels to give you money and rob you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love Nipsey Hussle and
Yeah.
YG. Both I know very well.
Yeah.
They said cut the middleman out. They was independent. They have their
Yeah.
own shit. They're getting all the download money. They're only paying the server. And
Mm.
that's what the way the country is now, excusing what's going on with the politics that's going on right now and the attempted coup, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm pronouncing it right, coup,
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. You know, the entertainment business is always going to function. Now, the corona put a wrench in our game. Okay,
Yes.
but
Yes.
what the corona did, it made it possible for the independent filmmaker to get in where he fit in, because
Mm-hmm.
Netflix and Amazon is eating up everything now. They buying all kind of. I just sold 2 movies to Netflix.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
did too.
you just have to deal with the right people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Do me
I
a favor.
expounded a little bit.
Circle back to In Your Face Films though for me. I know you work with your nephew,
Okay,
Damon.
Uh, Damon Jamal is my nephew. He started a company while I was away, and he, when I came back, he reeled me in. He said, check this out. I know you left a nice piece of change out here. I started this. Well, okay, let's pick up where we left off. Um, we started doing videos, and
Mm-hmm.
then we got a call from Kendrick and 40 enough to do a video called Carlo Rossi. I don't know if you ever pulled it up, but it's E40 and his son Droopy now. And we shot that, and then all of a sudden, Chris Brown, Tiger, D-Lo,
Yes.
Diddy flew us to DC on a private jet and took our camera. He told us, "Do not go home. I'm sending a car. Just bring the red and your 2 black asses. Get on my jet and come on. Don't worry, I got you covered when you get here." We didn't do no
Wow.
negotiation. We got on his thing. We got to DC. This is when he got his honorary doctorate. When everybody was there, Mary J. and Rick Ross, Rick Rose. But anyway, we went shopping. He went and bought clothes and everything. We stayed out there for 2 weeks, and we made about 200 G's on that job. So one
I know.
day it's chicken. One day it's chicken, next day it's feathers. So,
Yes.
like I said, it's In Your Face is, like I say, in Motown, In Your Face is one of my stepping songs that got me to where I am today in this business.
That's amazing. Well, you are again an incredible filmmaker. You have many accolades for that. Over 100, 400 plus
Mm-hmm.
videos that you've done. But let's talk about what you just said. You talk a lot about, of course, spirituality is important. So when I mention these 3 words, and they're your own words, I want your feedback. What you think of first?
Okay.
God, family, and work.
And unity work. Okay.
God,
Now, let's talk about Allah, God subhanahu wa ta'ala. I've been a Muslim for like 48 years.
mm-hmm.
I have the Quran memorized in my head in Arabic. Anybody know me that listening, they know this is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And I pray 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to share something with everybody. The word Muslim means one who submits his complete will to God.
Mm,
That's what Muslim means. The
mm-hmm.
word Islam means peace. It
Mm.
doesn't mean a fanatic strapping bomb on person gonna walk into somewhere. We just seen some fanatics the other day.
Thank you.
Good white Christian folk went up into the Senate and ran up there, and they was going to try to hang the vice president. That is some evil, sick. You do evil, evil come back to you. I believe in karma. I believe in the
Yeah,
energy, the positive energy. I stay away from negative energy.
thank you.
When I feel it, I shake it. And if
Yeah,
anybody's listening, do good. Try to figure out every day when you wake up, hey, I'm going to do more good than I do harm.
yes,
And then at
yes.
the end of the evening, when you do your night prayer, because see, you got an angel on the right that's recording you, you got an angel on the left. So you
Mm,
want to have that shit even. So when it come date, so when we find out who's right, the Christians, the Muslims, the Jews, we're gonna find
mm.
out who was right. When we take that inhale and that last exhale, you're gonna find
Yeah,
out who was right, and we probably all gonna be right. Because as
yes.
long as you live a good life like Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
Abraham, Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have living prophets on earth with us right now. The
Yeah.
Honorable Louis Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. You know, a lot of these brothers had cleaned brothers up and got them to stop beating on their women, stop drinking, stop using drugs. You know, stop doing stuff that's negative, stop cursing. You know,
Yeah.
and and I hate to say it, I have
Mm-hmm.
produced, and my name is on some of the most prolific, explicit lyric records.
Mm.
But the word bitch, hoe, and nigga got to stop coming out these brothers' mouth. Wake up, quit being lost in the sauce. Don't let these
Mm.
big record labels fool you. That's why Jimmy Iovine over at Interscope, they was going broke when Death
Mm.
Row, when we went to Interscope, they was broke.
My
Suge
God.
Knight and Death Row brung them back. Jimmy Iovine, I'll tell him to his face.
Oh.
If it wasn't for Death Row Records and the brother just got the aneurysm, Dr. Dre, they
Mm.
would have been bankrupt. There would have been some poor cats. But Mrs.
Wow.
Fields Cookies, Mr. Fields, he saved them right before the end, and then. But that's another story. But anyway,
Yeah.
I believe in God. I believe
Yes.
in family. Family comes
Mm-hmm.
after I pray. I take care of my family. I just did some stuff with my daughter down south that I had to go do. I had to go move her into her condo. I did,
Mm-hmm.
and then my community work and my work that I do.
Yes.
Anybody know that if I can't help you, I don't deal with you. I don't mess with you.
Okay.
And my professional life and my personal life is two different things. Whatever I
Mm-hmm.
do in my personal life, I still take care of business. As you can see, my credentials, I still handle my business.
Amen. Yes, you do.
And I don't look down. I don't look down on nobody, and my family
Mm-hmm.
members don't look to anybody that know me. I lift you up, and that's what we should
Yes.
do to each other. We should be lifting our queens, these women up, and the women should be lifting up the kings, regardless if he's going through some hard times. Do you know how hard it is for a black man to feel that with a system and the product that be made him what he is, to where the only thing he had left was crime?
Mm.
So he got to feed his kids. And then when he gets caught up and they send him away, his family and his who takes care of him. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's just you got to stick together even through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been with my wife for 35 years, and everybody knows she's my assistant. And when I go on a job, she come with me. You got to pay for her to come too.
Yes. Bring the queen. Bring the queen. Well,
That's
it's
right.
you mentioned, of course, definitely honoring each other. And I definitely want to say this wouldn't have even been possible if my cousin Shay, because she's definitely been very supportive.
Let me say hi to Shay. Shay, you know what? I owe you. When the premiere for Secrets, both of you guys will be a red carpet in the front, because you have your vaccine by saying, because the shows is gonna open up. The movie houses is gonna be open, because by the time everybody get the vaccine, they opening because we losing too much money. The economy is too much. It's losing too much.
Well, we'll be well protected, covered by the blood. So
yes, that's right. That's right. The Christians believe in that. I believe in it for them, but that's their boat. And whatever floats it keep you straight. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Foundation right there. That's Shay's mom. And right there,
oh, okay.
That's Shay's mom.
That's great.
She's on here tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because she would not have, if I wouldn't have mentioned you to me and me to you, this wouldn't have even been possible. Yeah.
Right. And see, God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he
does. Brings positive people together so they can network and build something beautiful and something great and something successful economically, spiritually, and physically.
Amen.
We have to quit being intimidated by, and I'm talking to some of these brothers now. You got to quit being intimidated by these females that got their shit together and you don't. And you're afraid to approach them, and vice versa, the females as well. So, but I believe in this, and I'm not a racist. I'm not racial, But
Mhm.
I've been with a black queen for 30 some odd years, and she ain't never been with nobody but me. And I've been
Mm.
away for a while on some occasions. And I believe that. I believe that in my mind, heart, body, and soul. I have a
Mhm.
beautiful daughter. My daughter
Mhm.
just graduated, got her master's in film and theater, film, and
Yeah.
in the industry. She has her own little projects going on. She worked the
Wow.
flavor unit for a couple of years with Queen Latifah and them. She learned a lot over there, and and she steady works on her craft. I love her, and I love her to death, and I die and go to hell and come back for her. So anyway.
So, what films I would say, because I know you've had, I mean, so much opportunity to collaborate with so many um,
Oh, let me tell you.
talented
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
films would you say, of course, you mentioned some of the influencers, but what films have been the most inspiring, most influential to you?
The first film that really was inspiring me to be a filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked on it, but I worked on it as a
Mm.
consulting producer. It was above the rim.
Wow.
And then right before that, Nothing But Trouble with John Candy and the Digital Underground with Tupac.
Amazing.
All
Mm.
around the world, same old song. Now how he got that part, Jada helped him get that part. That's another
Mm.
conversation. But Jada ain't always been with Will Smith. So,
Oh,
I got history. We got history. And Jada, if you listen, you know what I'm talking about. So
oh.
anyway, uh, getting, but the best film was Above the Rim and another movie called Up Close and Personal. My
Mm-hmm.
cousin was starred in it with Michelle Pfeiffer, Glenn Plummer. He played
Mm-hmm.
OG Bobby Johnson in South Central. That's my cousin.
Wow.
I just put him in Secrets.
Yes,
So
secrets.
and yeah, and he got about 38 films he's been in. I mean, major films.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
he's also a director and producer. So he kind of like helped me where to go with after, at the end of the stuff, the distribution. And what I found out from him and another good friend of mine, Jim Scram, was don't make a movie if you don't have distribution.
Mm.
Why? If you make a movie before you got distribution, you putting the cart before the horse, because if you can't get it out to know where all you got is a movie just on the shelf and say, "Oh, I made a movie." That's all.
Mm.
And you ain't getting a quarter.
Right.
Go out and seek distribution, get Netflix, get Prime, and I'm open to phone calls. People, I get calls from all the time from young cats in the industry. I just got
Mm-hmm.
a call from a guy by the name of Aaron Christopher in Arizona. He's a hip hop artist. I
Uh-huh.
managed his label for like 10 years. And
Mm-hmm.
he kind of got slow on the music, changed his mind. He started selling real estate and got real successful. Now he's getting back. He wants to do a movie about his life. And he called me. And he said, I got the bread now, Shabazz. I'm ready
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
pay for my own movie and get me distribution and let's start shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So stories like that. You might end up interviewing him one day. He's a very successful story from rags to riches.
Absolutely.
But you got to pay your dues. That's the
Yeah.
only thing about this, paying your
Yeah.
dues.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's something you just talk about distribution. Well, talk to me about the process of selling a project. So say if you had a project or a
Okay.
movie, process of
Okay.
selling to a studio.
Okay. This is the process. You got to be hooked up. You got to have your connections that you kept intact, because I'm gonna tell you something. Information is more powerful than money,
Mm-hmm.
because if you have information that nobody else has in a field,
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes a commodity.
Mm.
So let me stay on track, because sometimes I get in tangents.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
you sell your idea first. You sell your idea. And the first goal, the number one rule in filmmaking or even starting a record label is OPM,
Mm.
other people's money.
Other people's money.
You go, you, you go to Hennessy, you go to Coca-Cola, you go to Kraft, you go to them. Hey, look, this is what I'm doing. What will we do? I need sponsorship. I want to get this done. A lot of people think that, oh man, everybody does. They get letters all the time. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they
But
don't.
we are a hot commodity right now.
Mm.
The black African American is in the industry is hot commodities. These corporations, these big companies are want to invest in us right now because Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter is the thing. To them, it's a fad. That's what's going on. It's what makes money now. It's
Mm.
putting. Look, have you looked on Netflix and seen all these old black shows are back on there on Netflix and Amazon, like Red Fox,
Yeah.
Moesha, the Parkers, but
Mm-hmm.
now they're not getting any of that money. The publisher and executive producers and are getting they didn't already got paid, but they're getting residuals. You see
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the thing is who you know and who knows you.
Come on
So
now.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna give you an example. To everybody has to pay your dues. There's no quick way because you will not. If you get in quick, you're not going to last. And if you
Mm-hmm.
go in through the Illuminati, you're going to be your life is going to be ruined. And I don't
Yeah.
care if they hear me talk about it. I don't care because I'm not afraid of them. I fear
Oh,
no one but God. I don't fear
thank
nobody but Allah.
you. Mm.
Okay, so you have people take that route and they be successful, and then but they got a price they got to pay at the end of all that.
Mm.
My soul is going to paradise. You know
Okay
what I'm saying?
now.
I'm not doing nothing that I don't want to do. I'm not doing nothing I'm not supposed to do. If it's not in the Quran and it's not in the Bible, I'm not gonna do it.
Man. Amen.
Now, and if you don't believe me, I just we had a conversation, me and a good homeboy friend of mine, Devon Franklin, who's married to
Mm.
Megan Good. We sat down
Mm.
and had a conversation. It wasn't an
I,
interview, it was a conversation.
yeah. Dialogue. I saw that.
Yeah. And he was telling you, he says, you don't have to go to the dark side to be successful. Look at him. He's a preacher. My homeboy's a
Mm-hmm.
preacher, but he got like 8 movies we didn't collaborate. Well, about 3 of them I collaborate on. But he got about 8 major films up under his belt. He was the
Yeah.
first black to be president of Columbia Pictures, which is a Sony company.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he married Megan Good, and but he does a lot of faith-based films. You know, like he got a
Yeah.
couple films with T.D. Jakes. So, but you just
Mm-hmm.
got to be careful in this game. You got to be careful with the casting couch. You got to
Mm-hmm.
be careful. Well, Weinstein, he's gone now. So, but you got to be careful with shit like that. The females and the males. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave. Cat Williams will tell you that. He ain't gonna leave the males.
Okay. Now
Yeah,
don't.
boy. Uh, uh,
But I was
but
say,
go ahead. I didn't hear you. Go ahead, man.
no, don't talk. I remember when he was talking about the dresses, like don't wear a dress, on,
Yeah,
being around.
well, you know what? And see, then people think when I expound on that, people think I'm using the race card. No,
No, not at all.
Hollywood always want to see our idols, our big people that we look up to. Before their career get over almost, or right when they're at their career, they want their women and our kids and us to see them in a dress.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
make, they make, and David Chappelle couldn't have explained it so eloquently. When
Mm-hmm.
they did that to him, he walked out on $60 million, went to Africa, got his shit together. That
Mm.
man wasn't smoking crack in Africa. That man was over there helping his people and kicking it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they started this rumor. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. What's wrong with us as black folk? We believe everything we see and read about another black person. And then
Bad.
we run with it. And that's bad. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
It just is like if you seen something in the paper about your cousin that she was this, and that's not true. But then and you got people that know her will say, you know what? She did act funny. So you know what she was. And they'll start believing that shit and they'll start talking about it. We got to
Yeah.
stop that shit. We got to stop it. See, we got to be a congratulator and not be a
Yeah.
hater.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
The acronym is that hating on, what is that? Hate is hating. I had the acronym. It's on my Instagram somewhere. But anyway, it talks about it. If you don't have no haters, And Cat Williams said it so well and so eloquently. If you don't have no haters, you ain't kicking up no dust. You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
If
That's
ain't
true.
nobody
I know
talking
what
negative, if ain't nobody,
I know what
I
you were
beg your
trying to say.
pardon.
I think it's having anger for anyone aiming for success, something like that. Having
There it
anger
is. That's it. Hey, that's
for
it. That's
one
it.
reach
That's
success.
it. That's it. And you know what? What I wanted to share. I also wanted to share this with you about that when you asked me this question. Do
Yes.
you know a lot of do you know a lot of our people will sell their soul to have a hit record?
No, that's ridiculous.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many times they tried to recruit me? I've been in this game since 13. I'm 60. I made 65 yesterday.
Happy
I've been in
birthday.
this game. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, you know how many times they try to recruit me?
Mm-hmm.
Several times, and I straight up said, I am a child of God. I am a Muslim, and I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not doing that. I don't care how much money you give me. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
doing it. You know why? Because money, without earning it and working for it hard, it leaves you real soon. It parts real soon. I learned
Mm.
that in my adolescence. I learned that in my adolescence, in my Oakland days in the street. And a lot of
Yeah.
people that know me, I'm not going to go into that, but I learned that at a young age. Anything comes easy, leaves easy. But
Mm-hmm.
if you work hard in your craft, you will be rewarded. And I've
Amen.
been working hard all my life, and I'm just now getting the rewards.
Yes. Well,
I've been invited. Oh, go
let
ahead.
me ask this, King. You talking about, how hard it is. So yes, it's very hard, in this industry, and of course, just to maintain. So would you say it's hard to get started or harder to keep going?
It's harder to keep going because check this out.
Mm.
My friend Jay Z
Mm-hmm.
took him 10 years. It took Curtis Jackson 8 years. It
Mm.
took my boy LL Cool J and E Love. I think it took them 9 years. But they was selling their tapes just like Too Short out the trunk, and they was hustling until they finally bumped into that right person. See, when you
Yeah.
doing good and you doing your craft and you getting up praying, doing your
Yes.
prayers, and you go out into the world, and our religion is, we are told, which is not a religion, it's a way of life. We are
Mm.
told to go get our part of the dunya after prayer. Dunya
Mm.
means world, to go get your
Mm.
part of the world. So after we pray, that's why our service only lasts 45 minutes, because after
Mm.
you do that prayer, it is incumbent upon you to go out there and fend and take care of your family.
Yes.
Go out there and work. Um, and whatever work you're doing, sometimes you got to do another job until you make it. But
Mm-hmm.
don't take your eye off the prize. Because see, these
Mm-hmm.
dudes get tired of making this music. You gotta, because that's why I kind of like then stepped away from the managing artists. I done managed some of the best.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these rappers, my name is like, they tell them, oh, they can't say nothing but good shit about me. But I done connected the dots. I done
Mm-hmm.
had dudes, and I'm gonna say it. Yeah, Cookie Money. I don't know if you know who that is. I did his first video. I hooked him up with my nephew, DJ Mustard, which is my
Mm.
blood nephew. I got him
Wow.
a beat, and he spent 100 and some thousand, and he been on ever since. But he
That,
told me, he said, man, when I get my first 10 million, I'm going to buy you Rolls Royce.
ooh.
And he's at 7 million now. He's worth 7 million now. I'm not
Wow.
saying he didn't take care, but he took care of me. I mean, he took care of me, and I want to give his condolences to his dad,
Mm.
AL, which was a close friend of mine, and the one that convinced me to say, man, help my son, put him in position. And
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, I think he mentioned it in the DJ Vlad interview. But anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
you get what you get what you earn, and you get what you pay for. If
Yeah.
somebody give you something for free, you can't complain about it if it don't work.
Come on now.
But
Come
if
on.
but if you pay somebody something, then you can say something.
Yes. Yes.
So always try to go first class or stay at home, and that's the way I carry myself with the companies that I've owned. the companies that I work for. And I've worked for Interscope, Motown, and
Right.
then I have my own labels. And like I said, the music thing, I love music is my money maker. My film is passion and money maker. So
Mm.
when I do music or produce somebody's track or something, I'm doing it because I want to help somebody, you know,
Yeah.
because like E40 says, man, young young G's can learn from the OGs in this industry. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you've seen that conversation that me and E40 had
Yes.
about three or 4 years ago, and he said it all the time. Matter of fact, we was at the game, we was at the Warrior game about 6 months ago, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
you know what, Shabazz, man, you've been around, you've been doing this, man, you've been helping the Bay, and you've been putting cats on, man, and you don't want nothing, you don't want no praise, you just get paid and get out.
Yeah.
Because I want B dudes to be able to call me and say, Shabazz, man, I got this group, woo, woo, woo. And then I can point them in the right direction on who to go to when you go there and go around the bullshit. But right now you don't need no label. All
Yeah.
you need is a budget and somebody to fund it. Red Bull, listen, 3 years ago, and all you
Mm.
guys need to hear this. Red Bull was putting new acts on tour, and they was giving them anywhere from $2 to $3 million sponsorship, paying for their recordings, paying for their choreography, paying for everything. But now they recouped their money back and some when they finally made a hit, but a lot of them didn't make it. But
Mm-hmm.
they did get the sponsorship. Red Bull, Rockstar, all these people have a agenda, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be careful. You got to be careful because I just heard from a reliable person in Hollywood that a lot of these rappers, their companies are funding private prisons and they're getting dividends back off of their backs because what they're doing is they're perpetuating the negative rap so it can perpetuate the negative energy of our people going out doing wrong to go to jail. So they making money off the rapper
Ridiculous.
and they making off the rapper who the people who listen to his music who he's sitting in jail.
That's
And a
horrible.
lot of these rappers don't even know it. They don't even know it. All they know is they get the check from an investment, you know.
Mm.
But a lot
That's
of them is pulling out. A lot of cats that woke up and found out and they pulling out.
yeah. Well, your girl just came through. My cousin who introduced us. I just saw her pop.
Oh,
Lachey.
oh, Todd, say hi.
We talked. You can tell she's
Hey,
on.
how you doing, Shay? You
We
know what? I
talked.
just told Marie, huh?
Yes. I said we
Can
talked
she
her
hear
up.
me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, can she hear me? Hey, Shay, you know what? What I'm gonna do for you and Marie when we have the premiere of Secrets when the tables turn, you guys are gonna be special guests. And Marie and me and you talking about maybe hosting a segment. No, maybe hosting a segment of the Q&A.
Okay.
How does that
I'll be.
sound? No, that's
Thank you.
my word is bond. My word
Um,
is bond. So we're gonna have premiere in Hollywood. We have one in Oakland, New York, Atlanta, and I think Houston or Dallas, one of those. But
okay.
we'll talk. But in Oakland, you guys are invited to this first premiere.
Well, we are ready. Yeah, she just came in. I had to stop. I
What
had
do
to
you
stop.
what do you what did you guys think about that trailer, about the screener? Did you show her the screener, the trailer?
I don't know if Shay saw it or not. I got it by email, and yes, you're talking about Secrets, right?
Yeah, yeah. Tell me what you think about it. What's your
So yes, my thought is it's definitely action. So yeah, I know you because we're
yeah.
talking about everything. So you're not just talking about what you mentioned earlier. I know it's
Uh
geared toward a family life. Snoop is a star in that movie, and the part that I saw, they were in the car, and it like literally took me to a time zone of I want to say kind of like New Jack City.
uh
New
okay,
Jack City
okay. Well,
meets
you know what? It's an intellectual thriller.
I know, but
It's not.
you know which part
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's one of those movies where those who done it and you got to figure it out. It's just
Ooh,
not like. And no offense to Tyler Perry.
okay.
I love Tyler Perry. He's a great filmmaker, but we're tired of seeing him dressing up and all that shit. It's time to step off the way and let some of this young blood, like my business partner, Chad Montgomery. He's a
Okay.
financial mathematician. If you Google him, they call him the hip hop professor.
Okay. What's
He has his master's, and he teaches at Cal, and he teaches mathematics,
yeah.
and he's in the hip hop, and he's a filmmaker. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Don't go after your dream. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. I mean, I know it sounds good, but it is good. You need to go after your dream until the day you die. And in our way of life, in our tradition of Islam, you are supposed to struggle from the cradle to the grave. There's
Hmm.
nothing going to be easy in life. Anything's a struggle is worth having. Anything
Hmm.
you acquire is worth having. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything
Yeah.
that I acquired by ill-gotten gains or fast, it's all gone. But everything I got royalty checks that roll in from these movies,
Mm.
I think I got about 12 films, and then I got my name published on some hit records, a couple of
That-
Tupac records.
yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, this is all I do. I don't do nothing else. I don't do nothing. I don't receive nothing. But this is all I do. But it took me damn near 30 years to get to this is all I do.
I
Because I didn't work in some of everything.
said that earlier coming in. It's not an overnight success. It's more like it's work. And
Right,
you are
right.
now the rewards. So,
Yeah, man, and I got every ailment it is in Corona. I've been dodging his ass. I got all the goodies that he like: diabetes, high blood pressure. I smoke, but
mm,
I've been dodging him. I've been dodging his ass because I've been doing my vitamins, my vitamin D, C, and my zinc, and my black seed oil, and it's been keeping me. I stay masked up. And let me tell my brothers and sisters, you guys in the hood just watching this now, y'all be on these corners passing these blunts to each other. You ain't got no mask on. It is
okay.
stupid, brother. It's so stupid. It's ignorant, and it don't mean that's nothing's wrong, but save your own life, man.
Yeah.
Do not smoke no blunt off somebody you don't know what he
Crazy.
got or who he with. Or sip out a bottle or with that. I go back to the hood a lot, and I pass by and I see stuff, and it just nobody with masks on. I was down in West Oakland earlier today by the
Mm,
post office,
mm.
and they walking around there just hugging and taking hands, and my wife looked
They
at me. She said, "Please," she said, "Get me out of here." So you know what my wife did? She went and
was
bought 1,000 masks and gloves and hand sanitizer
it.
and gave it to the dude down there that be selling stuff. He said, "Man, pass these out to these sisters and brothers down
Please.
here."
Yeah.
So, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Don't run from when you see somebody homeless or you see somebody that's panhandling. Don't be afraid of them, because if you look like a victim, you will be treated like a victim. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Walk with God. Walk with God. Walk with the blood of Christ, of Jesus Christ. If you're gonna say that's what you are, well, don't be afraid. Walk with it. You can go anywhere in the world when you got God backing you, because what's gonna happen to you gonna happen anyway, because He got control of everything, good and bad. So,
Mm-mm.
I'm going to say this in my closing.
Okay.
I got 10 more minutes. Listen, I'm going to say this. Let me tell you something. You remember when you was a little, and everybody know this, when you stole your first piece of candy or you did whatever first thing you did wrong, you remember that voice, the first voice that you heard was, don't do it. You know that's wrong. You ain't supposed to do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you go along contemplating it, another voice comes in and say, man, fuck that shit. Go on and do that. And you do it and you get caught. Let me tell you something. That first voice was God. That
Yeah.
second voice was Satan. Because
Ooh.
only thing God do is let him whisper to you, but he won't
Mm,
let him touch you. The
mm,
devil
mm.
can't put his hands on you. All he can do is whisper. And he whispers after God tell you, you ain't supposed to do that.
My
And
God.
here come the devil. Here come the devil. Go on, come on, man. Don't pay no attention to him. Go on and do it.
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah.
conscience, and that's your conscience. And it's
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people, all you gotta do is think about it. See the rationale in it. God does give us a chance to do right all through your life.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
and you know why a lot of people don't read the Bible and don't read the Quran or the Torah? Because they know once they read it, they're responsible, and you're gonna have to be held accountable for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I say, man, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. No man is perfect. Jesus was perfect. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Mm,
Abraham, and all the messengers of God. He has sent us so many signs and messages.
yeah.
Just like with this stuff going on in the White House and stuff. We knew them two brothers that they and the sister was gonna get that seat because God said it's time for the tail to become the head.
Come on now.
Don't you
Y'all,
know? Hey, don't you know that God made us the chosen people that eventually,
yes,
I
he
might
did.
not live to see it, but we gonna get reparations for all that free labor we did. They came and got us from Africa and made us come
Yep.
over here and build this country.
It's happening.
You know,
It's coming.
it's happening right now. And brothers and sisters, get your shit together. Apply for these SBAs. Apply. They are giving this money away because of Corona, because they know the economy is going to collapse.
Yeah.
If they don't get money back out here to us to build our businesses back up, it's going to be all bad. It's going to be
And
another.
they're specifying they want people of color. They're like, there's literally the NAACP and the Black Chamber that are in charge of distributing this money. The women,
Thank you.
the women program, like they're like literally picking and choosing, but no, it's not first serve. They want
Right,
people of
right.
color.
That's right. They want the brown, the black, the yellow, and what
Yeah.
it all boiled down to is getting the green back into circulation. Since the
Yes.
corona got it where you can't go to work and your business is not flourishing, that's not helping the economy. And
Yeah.
then we have our president, our leader.
Lord Jesus.
I was appalled when I heard that he told them people to go take care of that. But you
Yeah.
know what he did? In the debate, when he had the debate and he said stand by, he know
Stand
who he
back.
was talking to.
Uh-huh.
He cut him loose. He cut him loose the other day at that speech, saying,
Mm.
all right, just go get your rights and go be a patriot. That's they was doing that same shit when they was hanging us and raping our women.
Ooh, wait.
They was doing that, but the Allah, the Bible, and the Quran says the tail becomes the head, and that's
Yes.
what's happening now.
Yeah. And
So
something.
so
Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
stay focused,
Yes.
stay prayed up,
Mm-hmm.
and get your part of this world because it's a coming upon you to do it.
Yes, King. Well, I just
Yeah.
wanted to say to you, thank you, just
You're welcome.
for blessing
You're
me,
welcome.
everybody that's watching tonight and who will watch this later. I
Okay.
also would like to bless you if that's okay. Would that be okay?
Yes. Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Lord.
to you. Happy birthday, HAQQ Shabazz.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I'm flustered. Ooh, his sister got a voice.
You and
Oh,
I
Lord.
wish you many more. Happy birthday, King.
Thank you, Queen. Oh, God. I was waiting till I tell my wife. Well, I'm going to show her this when they go off. You know what? And I'm going to close out with a universal prayer, and I'm going to say it in
Yes.
Arabic, and I'm going to say it in English. And this goes out to all the believers in God and believers in faith and spirit, whether you Christian, whether you be it Muslim, or you be it Jew, or whatever
Yes.
you believe in. And I'm going to say it in Arabic, and then I'll break the translation down. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Irrahman, Irrahim, Maliki Yawmadin. Yakana Budwa Ayakonostoin. Adina Soroto Mustakim. Soroto Latina and up to Alehem. Garul Makdubi Alaham Waladolin. Amen. And in translation, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, cherisher and sustainer of all the worlds, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment, thee do we worship, thy aid we seek. Show us the right way unto those who have bestowed your grace, and not to those who go wrathful, or none to those who go astray. Amen. And I
Amen.
leave you with that prayer to all. And that is our prayer that I say every day, 5 times a day.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
try to make all my prayers, but sometimes I fall short. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, God knows our intentions. And
Yeah.
in this business, don't give up, you guys. Don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't let just because you got doors closed in your face and nobody sent you your CD back, or nobody, somebody threw your CD away. So what? Just keep on doing it and keep on trying. If I can help you, I will. And maybe I can point you in the right direction.
Amen. Well, you have been
Please.
a wonderful help tonight, King. We appreciate you. God bless you, and I'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon. Peace.
Thank you. Bye bye.